15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They find some open field here. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And Newton's going to keep it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Try to pound it in with Ricard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 6. Check.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Dolphins nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Set hut, black 40.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, check Mike 6. Right here.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Justin Tucker under the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to pass. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Check 37. Check 37. 52 blast. Switch.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike 29. Too little. Cut.
Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 6. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. But I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action now. Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, hey. 55, 55. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Banjo. Hey, middle. Check, 55 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's Gaskin. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Mike 6. Mike 6. Hey, tight, tight. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Push him back. My game, my game. You don't know no better. Mike 8. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Here's Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
You got 4. Mike 8. Mike 8. I got 1. No. Slow. No. Do it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Go.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Sanders now to kick this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I'm coming after you. My gate. Watch the run. Go ahead. Mike 8. Yo.
Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Yellow. 3 down. Mike 6. Mike 6. Here we go.
Here's Tua.
Let's bring it.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Tua going to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's second and a yard. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
36. Here we go, here we go.
Play action, now it's Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Record.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Good, good, good. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check. Press. 97.
This is Gaskin on the carry. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Tua on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 45.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, check 24, check 24.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Dobbins trying the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 95 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
First down, Baltimore.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2.
Shift, shift. Four down, four down. Check, check.
180. Headshot.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Alpha, Alpha, sit on. 180. Headshot. Sit on.
Check three.
180. Headshot.
Check, 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 check. 20.
Wait, wait.
Check 25. Check 25.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Watch tight.
Headshot.
Hey, 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 hey. Four down, four down, four down.
You.
Kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 99. Check 99.
Again, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Even, even.
Hey, Ozzy, Ozzy. Sit on.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check your hot read. Hey, hey, switch gears, switch gears. He's crashing.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down, 4 down. Check, 4 down, 4 down. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down. Justin Tucker on the field goal. Opposing team yard 10.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Check 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Dolphins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Be good.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the rookie first-rounder, Jalen Phillips, who works in to bring him down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. From midfield, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And they're waiting first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alert! Show it in! Show it in!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now they try the right side here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Rip right, rip right.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check back, back 6, back 6. I got you. Go red.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Jerome Baker, Dolphins leading tackler in 2020, in on the stop there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, boy, you got 4 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Double tight. Hey, we got 4 down.
And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.